Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a special welcome to the dignitaries, and probably more importantly, all the small business owners in the room today. I've actually recently returned to the Sunshine Coast after being overseas for almost a decade, and like a lot of families, I've got kids in nippers. Since my kids were in nippers, I thought I'd actually do the bronze medallion myself. I was down on the beach, and so I've been learning how to ride the rescue boards. And when I was doing that, it reminded me very much of being a small business owner. When I got into small business, I thought things were going to be smooth and predictable. But as everyone in the room knows, it's anything but. There's rips and tides. You occasionally get a rogue wave, you get knocked off your board. But you do have to get back on the board again and keep on going. But as Tony mentioned, sometimes you do catch a wave, and that's fantastic. But really, I'm very pleased to see so many small business owners in the room today that are successful, because I know it isn't easy, and it normally comes from years of hard work. For those who don't know Regional Development Australia, we're a federally government-funded body on the Sunshine Coast. We span both the Noosa and Sunshine Coast local government area, and we're tasked with encouraging increased investment, whether that's public or private, trade, and creating jobs. We've got a skills-based board. We're also represented today by our chair, Carol Cashman, and our board member, Judy Laylor. And we also very much work on being a conduit between the federal government and the regional area, informing businesses of opportunities, whether they're grants that are available, but also reporting back to the federal government key constraints and issues. Mike already touched on the ripple effect, to use a water analogy again, and we're very pleased to be part of that project. We're really looking, as really Mike's probably already explained, on how we can actually tap into infrastructure projects. What I think is important for small business is when you're actually getting so caught up in day-to-day operations, is to have people that actually could point out the opportunities, but also really showcase other businesses that have been successful. So that project has started with the hospital, but then it's going to look at other opportunities, whether it's the broader opportunities around the airport, the Bruce Highway upgrade, or defence industries in the area. We've also been passionate advocates, as has the Chamber Alliance, on things like digital infrastructure. Tony's mentioned how important that is to Noosa, and it really is important to the whole region. I know we did a study that showed the speed on the Sunshine Coast was pretty much equivalent to developing countries like Mongolia and the Philippines, and that's a real constraint on small business. And I have to say, I've experienced that myself coming back to the coast. In Vietnam, it took 2 days to get an internet connection. In Jakarta, probably 1 day. In Australia, it took me about 1 month to actually get to the Wi-Fi enabled. So, I think we've still got a bit of way to go, so I think it's important that we work together and advocate on those issues, but also importantly issues like road infrastructure and transport infrastructure within the region and to the region. So I'd like to thank the Chamber once again, and we look forward to working together to continue to make the Sunshine Coast a great place to live, work and invest. Thank you.